And now, Columbus' best kept secret, GLWA Wrestling, sponsored by Top Notch Physiques, Drop Shop Clothing, and King Speedy, all proudly present Breakthrough.
Welcome into Tiger Talks Wrestling. I am your host, Tony, joined by the final boss, Eddie, as usual. Welcome into the show, my friend.
Hey, great to be here. We're going to watch some independent wrestling and we're going to have some fun. I did watch it last night, so let's see how it goes.
Yeah, so I'm going to go through some clips of each of the matches. We'll show the promos probably throughout. Breakthrough, GLWA Breakthrough took place back in January, beginning part of January in Coloma, Michigan. H2 is the main person in charge of GLWA. He's somebody that some people that watch this channel will know from backyard wrestling stuff, going through into GLWA being an independent wrestling promotion. Hope you guys enjoy as we watch through and talk about what we see on here. The main event of the show will be their version of a Royal Rumble match. 35 competitors compete. For the winner would go on to get a championship match at WrestleVersary, their biggest show of the year. Speaking of which, I do have to change something for one of my things on here.
So, is it in Vegas?
No, it'll be in Coloma, Michigan, as all their shows are.
Okay, because when you were saying something like, okay, so they're putting their version of WrestleMania weekend. So, are they going to go to Vegas and be in like some convention center or bar, to make it like we're in Vegas for that? So I was like, oh, that'd be nice. They could go to Vegas and then go through all the things of WrestleMania weekend. I mean, who doesn't want to do that?
Right? I'm not going to show a whole lot of that main event match, more than likely, but I will show bits and pieces of it in the beginning and the end of it. All right. So we will go right in to the first opening match to kick off GLWA Breakthrough. I'm going to... Well, in just a moment, because there's a comment. Wrestling! Speaking of H2, welcome into the show, Hayden. Glad to see you here. All right.
Tomorrow in Muskegon, there will be snowy, rainy weather, with a high of 40 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 24 degrees.
Yes, and apparently local weather.
Apparently.
Why might that always go up at 6:15?
Y'all ready to get started?
Continue.
Uh-oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GLWA's Breakthrough. This first match is scheduled for one fall. And it's for the GLWA Tag Team Championship. Introducing first. They reside in the House of Matthews. By way of
Look,
Welcome to Breakthrough, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dirt Sheet Dan. Our first contest is a tag team contest between Mob Mentality and...
What were you saying, Eddie?
it's very nice to see Mike Knox and one half of the baddies from ECW finally getting a break.
Interesting way to put it. But yes, I could see where you get that from in a way. It does look a little similar.
It's that guy. What is that group that used to beat up New Jack? I forgot the name. I think they were the baddies or the goo. I can never figure that name out with them guys.
I didn't watch enough ECW to remember names for teams for the most part there. The Gangstas, huh?
CW.
Once you get that figured out, let me know.
Yeah, I gotta pick out list of tag teams. I don't want tag teams.
BMI!
That.
And to say these two teams. Oh, wait, what's this? I got Jamie Race and Tony in front of me. Tyler Matthews. And Mike Idol behind me. Tyler is right here in front of me in title match. But I don't know. These two teams hate each other. This all comes from when BMI took the titles from Mob Mentality. And not only did they take the titles, they try to take the careers of Matthews and Tone C. Hitting Tone C with the
It's a little fun fact before I get too far into this for anybody who might not know from GLWA wise. Tyler By God Matthews is, of course, a former GLWA world champion or heavyweight champion, if you will. Him and Tone C were the former tag team champions, lost them to BMI, as mentioned there in commentary, trying to get those tag titles back in this match.
sending Matthews back to Vendetta. Blood feud, to say the least. We haven't even got a bell rung yet, but I tell you whose bell just got rung, that's Mike Idol. But what a start to break.
Okay, so that did. H2 wants me to put that out there. Former two-time world heavyweight champion and top-notch champion, and also at one point in time was probably the most hated individual in GLWA.
Huh. Okay. I still think he looks like Mike Knox, but you know, what are you gonna do? You know, as long as I didn't know how Kelly, we're great.
Well, I think that's one of the other guys. Right? Yeah, I know the
That's the name of the group. It's
979
called the
I don't care.
Balls. The I can actually say that name.
Yeah, I can't see it that great.
It's DE. Yeah, it's the Balls.
The Baldies.
Yeah, that's
The
what that
Baldies,
got. That's
yeah.
what that tag team was. So I was calling the second coming of Public Enemy, but you got the guys from NXT taking care of that one.
Right? All right. We're back into the action here.
What a start to the year! Oh, and Tone is offering Jamie Race up to the fans here. A chop to Jamie. Oh, Tyler with the clothesline to Mike Idol in the ring. Oh, blue thunderbomb. And this match is now officially under the way. And Mike kicks out at one. These two teams cannot stand each other. And now Tyler throwing some strikes. Mob Mentality trying to reclaim their gold. Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, they are the longest reigning tag team champions here in GLWA. So if anyone can beat this new mean streak, BMI, it's them. Oh, Mike. Oh, spear from Tyler. 1, 2. But Mike able to kick out. These two teams know each other very well. BMI wasn't able to capture gold at first, but after their second meeting, BMI was able to get the gold. Now Tyler.
Skip ahead a little bit there.
From the start, brawling since the entrances. And now Tyler with the clothesline of Mike Idol. Could this finally be the opening he was looking for? Here comes Jonesy with the tag. Clothesline. Jones fired up. Another clothesline. Back elbow. Jones feeling it. Mob Mentality's feeling it. Sending Mike off the ropes. Oh, I was speaking of beautiful teamwork. Look at Mob Mentality. Sending Idol down to the ground. And now they have something that looks like they're planning for Jamie Race. And you know this has to feel good for both men. Finally able to get their revenge on these two. Oh. Oh wait! BMI able to reverse whatever Mob Mentality was thinking. Zone trying to fight back. But again, what can one man do against two? And Kai trying to get some control in this match. Matthews with a back elbow, trying to fight back. Oh wait, Matthews! Oh, moonsault taking out the spear!
So I do have to give it to Tyler Matthews there. Nice springboard moonsault for a guy his size, something that you don't see all that often.
Oh, most definitely.
But that double power bomb as well.
Most
Go ahead,
definitely. I mean, doing a move like that and not slipping off them ropes, and yeah, what some great ability for a guy that size.
That's for sure. And like I said, that double power bomb, pretty much that they delivered a couple moments before this too, was pretty nice tag team action in that tag team move there from Mob Mentality. H2, I'm sure he's still in the comment section. How many Triple Crown champions has there been in GLWA? Because I know Tyler Bygone Matthews is one of them. He's held all 3 titles. I want to say maybe 3, but correct me if I'm wrong there.
Oh, men are down! And what a match so far! And I couldn't agree with the crowd more! This is indeed awesome! The question is, which team will get to their feet first? Will this end in a double countout? Both teams know each other so well. This is so even. And I don't think this is what Tone meant by let's go. Now BMI setting Tyler Matthews up. Oh! Puts Tyler Matthews down. 1, 2, and BMI retains. This dominant reign of BMI continues, and one has to wonder what team will finally be able to tackle them. If not Mob Mentality, then who?
Oh, okay, sweet.
All right, so only 2-ish Triple Crown champions. I'm going to read through these real quick. H2 mentions Isaiah was the first, Tyler was the second. He's kind of there, H2. Because he was the last Universal Champion, first Top Notch Champ, and Tag Team Champion. But you're missing one title, though, H2.
I could be honest, this is the first time.
I'm just counting
because the last one that we watched,
Top Notch World Champion Tag.
The last one that we watched, I can be honest, I never knew they had a tag team championships. This is the first time I was like, wait, they got tag team titles? Because the last one we watched, I don't think there
right?
was any tag team titles on the line.
That they do. I don't recall for sure if the tag titles were or not. I don't think they were either, but they've been around for quite a while. So,
Yeah.
because if I remember correctly, and I know H2 will correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the Thieves of Greatness may have been the inaugural tag team champions on one of the very first shows. That being Isaiah Moore and Theo. Yes, the last show we did was Sins and gave the champs the month off for that show. So I understand.
Okay, sweet. Thank you for letting me know.
Do you remember correctly? I've also went to the first few shows, so I had seen the tag team titles on. Ah, yes, you're right. The Mosh. That's right. I did forget that. My bad. That was Kyle Shaddix and, well, he didn't go necessarily by that name then, but another guy who we don't see too much of in these days. But the Mosh beat Thieves of Greatness, perhaps then, I believe. But I know those two teams were in there. See, my memory fades as the years go by because that was a few years back now. But that's what H2 is here for.
Thank you for helping us.
All right. POG was, yeah, that's what I thought. They were the second champs then. I knew they were one of the first two champs. Thieves of Greatness was. That's okay. He's a history buff. That was to kick off the show. It was a really good tag team match. I mean, they even start the fight before the match officially gets underway. You could tell these two teams were not strangers to each other. They had wrestled a couple times before this. As mentioned, the tag titles were taken off of My Mentality by this team, so wasn't the first time they met. Probably won't be the last time, even on this show, for that matter. But I felt like it was a hot start to the beginning of the show, and a little fact that GLWA did put out on their Facebook page was this show at that point had the most tickets sold for one of their shows at 104, but there was more than 104 people in the audience. So
Oh yeah,
it was a hot
definitely.
ticket in the beginning of January.
With me as a fan of the old tag team divisions in the '80s, with Demolition, with Strike Force, the British Bulldogs, you got to go down the line of great tag teams. There's always one part about a tag team, two tag teams. You got to have that chemistry, and these two teams have that chemistry. That
Yes,
there was no flaws with what their work was, and I appreciate that. Um, the only thing that was a little like it's just something I feel like maybe if you want the fans to interact, make sure you slap the shit out of that guy really hard that you leave your handprint on that motherfucker. Like you just like that. You just go like that. You leave your
right.
handprint on that motherfucker. This is wrestling, bitch. This is not. This is not. You you leave it on. You bitch slap him into that handprint, then you sign it like an autograph. What a
Right.
weak
I mean, it's
ass.
nice to have
What
the
a
fan
weak ass
interaction, but
slap that was.
H2 mentioned Breakthrough is always one of the highest attended shows. I could see why. I mean, it's like the Royal Rumble, and you're getting that Rumble match in the main event, so
Yeah, most
people
definitely.
enjoy those type of matches. All right, before I go too far, in the background, All right, we're gonna move on to the next part.
I could be honest. I thought it was going to be
Little
a heel
backstage
turn.
segment here before we get to the next match.
Breakthrough.
What's that?
I swore, and that last thing when he was helping his
What about a heel
teammate
turn?
up. Yeah, I swore I thought it was going to be a heel turn because he had that look. He had that look like, you fucked
Oh,
up
yeah.
in the match, I'm going to whoop your ass.
You know, it wouldn't be surprising with Tyler Matthews being involved in this.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, at one point in time, he was the most hated guy in GLWA,
Yeah.
even at being a two-time world champion and top-notch in tag champ. That's weird to see the other way around now. And I will say also for Tyler Matthews, because I've been watching him since he started really in GLWA. I know he's wrestled in other companies as well. I just hadn't seen him until he got in. He has changed his look quite a bit too, from when I first saw him to now, growing his hair out, and his build is different now too. So I have to show you sometime what he looked like early on in GLWA.
Wow.
All right, back to this.
Tonight, it's the Rumble. What's the plan, boys?
What do you mean, what's the plan?
It's obvious. We take out any and all threats for Isaiah's championship ring.
That's right.
Yeah, but there's a lot of threats. We got Big Man Russ.
There's three of
Hey,
us. I don't give a damn about this. Listen, I love that we are all in the same mental state of having a strategy. Cool. But the only thing that you three need to worry about tonight is making sure Theo doesn't make it to WrestleVersary. Making sure Theo never gets another shot at this by any means necessary.
But what if one of us wins?
What?
Hey, if one of us wins, easy. We'll go after the top-notch title.
Vendetta.
This.
How about we worry about if one of us wins? How about we worry about keeping Theo's ass away from it?
So, not to play devil's advocate there a little bit, the names I don't recall fully, but we'll get into that later. But the three guys there, of course, Isaiah, the world champion, talking with them because they're his three students, really. He's training those guys. The two individuals that you see there were former referees, have been former referees. I don't believe all three of them were at one point in time in GLWA. But interesting to see the factions talking backstage, and you can see the one guy on the right-hand side was just eyeballing that GLWA World Championship. So perhaps a little bit wanting his own shot at the GLWA title and not the actual top-notch title if he was to win the Rumble.
Oh, yeah. When I was watching that, I felt like the same way. It's a world title. You think you're going to have a group that is not going to try to disband to get the title? I mean, look at the history of wrestling. You had The Rock, take over the nation from Farouk. DX broke up because Hunter wanted to be world champion. I mean, the
Right.
NWO, how many versions of that bullshit that they had? The first two were fine, and after that they
We're
went,
still
oh
not.
great, let's do this. The Ministry of Darkness, and I like the way that they're doing this, and I'm going to say this in a nice way. When he said any means necessary, I thought of them as the Nation with Owen Hart.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. So, yeah, I
I
knew
mean, if you
Darren
look,
and Nate were the names for the two. I just didn't want to say the wrong last names because I know they've used a couple different ones. Darren Fly was
almost
the one on the
definitely. I mean,
left. Nate Cobain was
you
the one in the
gotta
middle.
say, when you
Ethan Blake,
do,
the one on the right, is the one I don't know. So.
most definitely. Skinny dude on the left with Dwayne Pride Blind was named, okay. Right with Ethan, that's enough, yeah, sweet.
Yeah, Cobain and Fly are former tag champs as well. Twist and Flip. Blake is in his second year and has just recently joined the Moment. That's the name of the faction, the Moment.
Okay.
And seems to be the one that wants that world. Was eyeballing it the most anyway. But yes, we give you history lessons here as well. So, all right. That's that on that part. They have it so I can delete them. Yeah. There we go. Now we will move on to the next contest. Get to any more H2's comments there. We'll bring this back up.
And here it is, the GLWA Top Notch Championship on the line. And here comes the challenge himself, Justin Mack. Justin said, hey, I see the work you've been putting in on Vendetta. You came just short against Jorge in that Vendetta title match. So you know what? Here you go. Here's another title match for you. Dakota likes to call himself the Uber athlete. He definitely shows why he does that every time he steps foot in that ring. And what an opportunity here he has tonight. One has to wonder what's going through his mind right now. Is he worried that he lost against Jorge? Is that playing in the back of his mind? Is he trying to put it past him? And here comes probably the people's favorite champion, Dustin Mack. What you know about rolling down and the crowd is definitely feeling Dustin. Go over the past.
So before I go too far into this match, 168 days as GLWA Top Notch Champion at that point, and H2 can let me know, isn't that one of the longest reigns as Top Notch Champion? Or I know he's not to spoil things, but I know he's got to be getting close to it anyway.
Couple months, I haven't had the best things to say about Dustin Mack, but I will say each show he's getting my respect the more and more he defends that title. He's truly showing what it means to be a fighting champion. And back to what I was saying about Dakota Triplet earlier, you can see it in his face. He's confident, but how much is that confidence shook after losing to Jorge? He's just staring down Dustin right now. And Dustin is accepting this challenge. Dustin saying, let me hear you. And he's feeling fired up right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, this match is for the GLWA Top Notch Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. He hails from Toledo, Ohio, weighing in at 180 pounds. Give it up for Dakota
Before I go past that part, I'll get into Hayden's part. The boos, more so because of where Dakota Triplet was from, of course, mentioning he's from Ohio. And that this being in Michigan still. We know how that goes.
Yeah.
HD mentioning probably pretty up there. Josh was champ for over 1 year, lost it the show he won it the year prior to Dustin. Yeah, so I knew Dustin had to be getting up there, close in reigns. Josh Morris, I don't know that he was as much of a fighting champion as what Dustin has been. But yes, I wouldn't forget Daniel Stark. I know had it for quite a while too. Longest reigning is Josh, then Savage, Stark, and then maybe Dustin. Pretty lengthy reigns for the most part, though, isn't that? You don't see short reigns as most titles in
Ain't
GLW
you a
for the most part. So.
ain't you a former world champion? I mean, top notch champion. How long was your reign?
Yes, H2 was the top notch champion. He was, as mentioned, it was called the Universal title before it was the top
Oh, the
notch title.
Universal. Okay. Yeah, I'm learning
Yeah,
this, but
he had
this
it
one was actually
as a
funny.
change of the.
A few hours.
No, a lot of people are. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it wasn't for very
Not
long
trying
that
to
he was.
hurt your feelings. I just
Because
wanted
if
to
I remember
know.
correctly, they switched the name of it and he lost it in the same show. So
Damn, that
I switched what
sucks.
title it was.
He got the R-Truth
Yeah,
treatment.
I guess you could say that. All right.
And now, introducing the champion who hails from Elkhart County, weighing in at 185 pounds. He's the man in black, the infamous
And Dustin Mack is fired up for this one. And you have to feel
Damn.
momentum is behind Dustin right now.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is for the GLWA not champion.
And there it is, that top-notch championship. That championship is so important here to GLWA. It is defended courses championship. Now the ref checking on both competitors.
Behind that H2, but I gotta say that's still an accomplishment to be proud of. Your first ever top notch
Shit, he
champion.
was the
So
inaugural
just
champion.
saying.
Shit. I mean,
Yep.
nobody could take that away from
It
him.
wasn't ours. Right. All right.
Match is underway. Dakota Triplet trying to clap. Perhaps maybe get the crowd behind him a little bit. But I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I think they're all behind Dustin. But we'll see what Trip has here tonight. Oh, waist lock. Takedown from Dustin Mack. Showing his technical side here right now. Has Dakota Triplet in a front face lock. Let's see what Dakota will do here to get out of this. Trying to get to his feet, he does. Get a base to him, able to reverse. Now has Dustin in an arm wringer. Really wrenching that arm right now. Dustin reaching for the ropes, but Dakota pulling him back into the center, which is smart. Now, Dustin trying to do little rolls to get out of this. Oh, return to center, giving Dakota his own arm wringer. Now Dakota reaching for the ropes. Oh, Dustin very masterful with his feet. Knows how to throw some kicks. Oh! And there's those uber athletics from Dakota Triplet. Sending a forearm to Dustin's way, sending him off the ropes. Goes for a leapfrog. Another one. Oh! Followed up by a drop kick. And
that could have ended up being a disaster right there. He barely got over top of Dustin on the second leapfrog, and then that drop kick was. It was there, but it didn't get a whole lot of it. Maybe the low ceiling played a little bit into that, but
Somebody would have had a new jaw.
yeah, just about.
Mm.
Good wrestling start to this wrestling match, though, with the arm ringers
Yeah.
and arm bars. Say that much. Leading into that sequence there. Good little note there. This is only Tripp's 5th match ever. So, the Challengers' 5th match ever. If I remember right, this was pretty much an open challenge match as well, because Dustin had been doing open challenges for the most part for the title. Oh, that's unique to know. Tripp is pretty green, fresh out of Trey Miguel's school. Interesting note, because Trey Miguel is one of the rascals in TNA Wrestling. And another guy from TNA Wrestling has very strong bonds with GLWA as well, which we'll get into later on.
Oh yeah, I just saw him. This
I
past
mentioned it in
Thursday?
the
He was
lights.
in. Him and Wentz were fighting for the tag team titles.
Yeah, I believe so. Interesting note.
Rascals.
All right.
That's why he's called the Uber athlete. Oh, looking for a little bit of a crossover. Calling a shot. Oh, airball. Oh, now again, Dustin with them educated feet, kicking Dakota in the corner. Now he's trying to send Dakota into the other corner, but the other one. Now Dakota's feeling it. He said, I want to be top-notch champ. Kick to the gut. What does he have him set up for here? Falcon arrow. Dakota yelling out, let's go. He's saying to the top. Will he be able to hit? High risk, high reward. Dakota, will we have a new champion? Oh, and I thought we almost did. 2.9 if I've ever seen it. And perhaps a little trick from Dakota. We have never seen him hit that before. Pulling out one of his famous combos. Oh, kicking
What the fuck?
Dakota Triplet out the ring. And honestly, if Dustin wanted to, he has champion's advantage. It looks like he's just toying with Dakota Triplet here a little bit. Oh, wait! As I say that, Dakota Triplet trying to get back into this, driving Dustin back into the corner himself. And again, Dakota yelling out, let's go, trying to find some energy. Dustin with some punches to the gut. And Dakota knows how important this opportunity is. How often is a champion calls you out? Big pump kick, taking out the champ, and just looking at him with disgust. And maybe perhaps taking too long to get to the...
Yeah, the commentator mentioned it there. Definitely, you could tell some things that he is still learning the business. He took way too long to go in for that cover after that pump kick.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Yep, I totally agree. 5 matches in, that stare down should only be maybe a second, and then you cover his ass. You just cover his ass after that. You could do that stare down for a second, look at the crowd, boom, you're covering him.
But it was a nice pump kick. Give him that much.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cover. Dustin able to kick out. After he hit that pump kick, he just stared at. Oh, and this is a little uncharacteristic from Dakota Triplet yelling at the ref. Mind you, he doesn't know when he'll get another chance and opportunity if he doesn't win here tonight. shake that frustration off if he wants to come away here with the victory here tonight. Now Dakota setting him up, looking for another pump kick. Able to get out the way. Oh, knee strike to the face. Dustin, oh, kicking him down. Oh, now looking for that Kimura. And this could be all but over. And it's over. Dustin retains.
Good point. H2 says story being told with Tripp is he falls short to rookie mistakes. He's getting better though, and building moments. He gets smartened up in the ring. Yeah, I would say Dustin made him look pretty good at spots in that match, which is helpful too. But so I won't take anything away from him. You can tell he's still newer. There's nothing wrong with that though. You got to learn.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with you.
For Dakota though.
I totally agree with you. You know, being that it is his fifth match of his young wrestling career, he's gonna learn, get the work in, put blood, sweat, and tears, and you're gonna get. It's gonna come full circle for you. Right now, he's learning the business, and he does have a great trainer. I mean, man, TNA wrestler and whoever else is working with him. I mean, and Trey. I mean, I have seen Trey's stuff in TNA, and man, he's got the best trainer in the world to teach him the ropes.
That's for sure. But off of that topic, incredible. Dustin Mack is incredible in the ring. Let's put it that way. I enjoy every time I see him wrestle a match, but the way he transitioned into that Kimura lock and the way he locks in the Kimura lock, that is an impressive way to lock in that Kimura. A lot different than what we've seen in the Fed, if you will. Maybe even more effective way to have the Kimura lock locked in.
That is true because when you see the Kimura lock, and we know who used it, but we don't want to mention a name because of the lawsuit against him. He does it different. He does it that he gets you from the side, and then he wraps you around his legs around the back of your neck. I always see somebody doing the Kimura block and going down like the cross face chicken wing. I never saw it that way before, and that's I think that's the safer way because the other way you got to be careful with that hold. You know, I never been in it, but man, seeing how painful that is, and it shows that he's safe in the ring, and that's what I like with Dustin. I mean, I watched a couple of his matches. The 2 times, I think this is the second time. This kid has potential. I don't know how old he is, but he has potential to maybe we see him in one of the big promotions, like in TNA or something, as an enhancement talent. I think he will be great doing that.
Yeah, I could see him in something like that. We'll see what happens in future for him. Before we go past that, show a little bit of what he does after the match is over as well.
And Dustin will get another successful title reign. I asked this about BMI. You gotta ask the same question about Dustin. Who will be the man to beat him? Because he has been on a tear. He's been on a roll, if I can say so myself. Now, he's staring at Dakota Triplet. And I thought we were about to see Dustin attack Dakota, but just he messed with us a little bit. I don't know. I don't know if Dustin's the most trustworthy guy, but shaking Dakota Triplet's hand, offering him a show of respect, which Triplet definitely earned here tonight.
It was funny there because Dustin even says it to the crowd afterwards. I almost had you, didn't I? Thinking I was turning heel and going to kick him in the face. Good sign of sportsmanship, though, in the end, from the champ to the challenger. All right. So, I would say out of those two matches to kick off the show, the tag team match was a little more up there. I guess the better of the two, but again, we know the situation with Tripp in that second match. But still a fun beginning half, if you will, knowing there's only two more matches to go in this show to kick off Breakthrough 2025.
Oh yeah, I mean, but one thing, and I know your homie will appreciate this: the crowd. The crowd was into every moment of the last two matches, and that's how you build momentum for your wrestlers. That if the crowd's not into it, then you know you got something wrong. But the crowd was into that tag team match. The crowd was into this. Do I call this a cruiserweight match?
You could, in a way. Top-notch title match, anyway.
I mean, I gotta ask your homie right here. Do we call this top-notch championship as almost like your X Division title?
Good question. H2 did say Dustin has been one of his favorite top-notch champs. He doesn't wait for challengers. He goes and finds them himself. Yep. Crowd loves Dustin and mob mentality, so I knew the show would start out hot. And yes, it's more of a... I thought it was kind of like a mid-card title. IC title-ish. But you could...
Yeah,
workhorse champion.
Yes, I mean... I totally agree with you. And I totally agree with you. Yes, that is the workman's title, and this title is going to bring some... Your champion right now is bringing the heat, man. And I'm not talking about SummerSlam. He is bringing the heat, and what a perfect person to put the title on to show his ability. And I like that. That's the type of person I am as a wrestling fan. I always like seeing the good out of who your champion is. And right now, he's your hottest champion, and I think he's going to go places. And you guys should be very proud of him, because when I watch him, I was proud of him. Like, man, his work is really good and clean. And that's what I like in seeing current champions of promotions.
Right. H2 mentions only title in GLWA that has a mandatory 30-day title defense clause as well. So,
oh, okay, sweet.
All other titles have a 60-day clause. Interesting. Speaking of other titles, the next match is also a title match. We'll jump in to that one.
I call this lackey Ethan Blake the slimiest in the locker room. This is the rudest in the locker room, if you ask me. The champ, Isaiah Moore. And of course, making everybody wait for him to come out. He has something to say. I don't think anybody wants to hear it. And Isaiah Moore with a look of disgust. Everybody here tonight. See, I don't know what I did to Isaiah Moore for him to always be so rude to me. I try to ask questions. He gets mad when I point out facts, points out the truth. He says I bring up negativity. I just bring up what I see. But whatever. We'll see what the champ has to say. Having Benny hold the ropes open for him. Let's see what the champ is gonna say.
Yeah, so for anybody who didn't know, originally this world title match was supposed to be Isaiah Moore versus the last real man, Silas Young, formerly from Ring of Honor Wrestling, is where a lot of people probably would know him from. Somebody that I had seen, he's worked a lot of the main shows, so he's in somebody that a lot of people would know, put it that way, and have seen on TV. And yes, boo Isaiah Moore, which I mentioned for Tyler Matthews. He was one of the most hated guys in GLWA history at one point in time. Isaiah Moore flipped the switch so as to speak with Tyler Matthews because he was one of the most loved guys and now is one of the most hated guys in GLWA.
I still got to defend this title. That's too damn bad. So now this becomes an open challenge. Any jackass in the back who thinks they got a shot at taking this.
You hear it was supposed to be a match between Silas and Isaiah, has now turned into an open challenge. Let's see who answers. Big words here from Nick Diamond, essentially answering the open challenge, throwing fist him and Isaiah Moore. We don't have a ref, but I think we can almost make this one official. Nick Diamond saying nobody outshines me. And it's weird, I think we finally found someone who the crowd hates more than Isaiah, and that's Nick. Now Nick's balling with Isaiah on the outside. He's a diamond in the rough. Throwing Isaiah back into the ring. And we still do not have an official out here, and here comes Scott. And this match is officially under the way. GLWA Championship on the line. Isaiah Moore versus Nick Diamond. Originally originally supposed to be Isaiah versus Silas Young. Silas not able to make it here tonight. Turned into an open challenge answered by Nick Diamond. I gotta admire the, confidence of Nick coming out bringing a good fight to Isaiah. I don't know too much about him, but I know I like him better than Isaiah. Oh, sunset flip! And we can have a new champ just like that! Oh, Isaiah! Oh no, Nick again! Perhaps he's been doing his homework on Isaiah. Oh, I think we know what comes next. Oh, backbreaker to Nick Diamond. Oh, just sending him into the ground. Followed by an elbow drop to the back.
Got off to a quick start, Nick Diamond did here, but Isaiah starting to take a little bit of control. Isaiah's showing why he is maybe one of the most disliked superstars right now, but still why he is where he's at with some of these moves to kick off the match.
Oh yeah, most
Showing
definitely.
why he is a world champion.
I like his promo skills. They're top notch. No pun. Physique looks awesome. But I do have something to say. When Nick Diamond came out, I was like, "Holy shit! They got Joey Janela."
He does look a little bit like Joey Janela. In a way, I could see that.
Yeah, and I was about to call you up after I watched. I'm like, where the fuck did your homie get Joey Janela? I mean, my God. I mean, that is pretty awesome to get Joey Janela. And then I looked, I'm like, no, that's not Joey Janela, but damn, he looks like Janela, and he does have that Seth Rollins hair color.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah, but when he came out, because if you ever watch a Joey Janela match, his entrance is just like with that guy. He's loudmouth. He introduced himself to the crowd. I was like, man, that is awesome to get Joey Janela in your building.
Yeah, I could see that. All right, back to the match, though.
Oh no, I'm not saying he looks like a crackhead. I'm just saying he has that look in that eye. Yeah, I got it.
What's that?
Your homie was like saying he don't look like a crackhead. I'm like, not trying to say that part.
Looks like a crackhead to you. Alrighty, H2.
You heard it from many titles on the line. Oh! Now Nick and Isaiah were trading some strikes back and forth, but now Isaiah is choking Nick up on the ropes. Knee strike. Dropping him down to a knee. Picking him up. Back suplex. And the champ saying, Nick, that's Nick Diamond. And he just kick out. You gotta do more than that, champ. You gotta do more. Yeah. And what Isaiah usually says his opponent pisses him off, does not end well for his opponent. The outside to the inside, but Isaiah able to hold on to the ropes to stop it. And again, Isaiah using his champ experience. Oh, catching Nick Diamond with the super kick. And Isaiah floats in, zigzag, and Isaiah with the kick up to his feet. Oh, that was all right. position. Isaiah able to get out, sending him into the ropes. Oh, Isaiah was perhaps looking for a monkey flip. Nick Diamond able to reverse it. Now has Isaiah up in a dangerous position. And if I were any of these men, I wouldn't want to be up there. This is a precarious position. Superplex! And I don't know who got the worst of that exchange. Nobody's a winner in a superplex. Both men are down. And Kai begins his count. Someone needs to get back to their feet before the count of 10. The question is, who will it be? The crowd wanting Russ to answer this open challenge. They got Nick Diamond. Perhaps maybe a couple of unchoice words from the champ. Now Nick Diamond saying, come on, bring me what you got. Firing up. Yells out wrestling. Isaiah able to reverse. Looking for another backbreaker. No! Nice hurricane runner from Nick Diamond. He said nobody outshines him. Now looking every which way. Oh, clothesline to the corner. Oh, bringing Isaiah down. This is the best Diamond has looked all match. And perhaps wasting too much time yelling that out. Oh, cannonball! I take it back. 1, 2. Oh! But Isaiah will use his veteran experience, his championship experience to grab the rope. Just smart from the champ. I may not like him, but I have to respect that. Oh! And a nasty powerbomb from Nick Diamond. We might need to check out the champion again, using his championship experience. He knows the title cannot change hands via countout or disqualification. Again, I mean, this has been so far. Nick Diamond looking very impressive against Isaiah Moore here tonight. I think we might see a new champ. Isaiah was preparing for Silas. He got Nick instead. Now, Nick, high risk, high reward, frog splash. 1, 2. Oh, the champ said you're not going to beat me with one of my moves. Perhaps taking a page out of Isaiah Moore's book there for a second, a little insult to injury. And the champ looking strong. So is Nick. He's tuning up the band again. Will he be able to hit it on the first try this time? And Isaiah holding on to the ref. If I was Kai, I'd be careful, because whenever Isaiah, oh! And again, Isaiah, oh! I don't think Kai seen it. But Isaiah went low. Now he has Nick Diamond up. Oh! Death Valley driver. 1, 2, and the champ retains.
Your winner and still heavyweight champion, the human Isaiah.
And Isaiah successfully.
So all in all, this is the first time I had seen Nick Diamond as well. It's Eddie's first time. Nick Diamond looked really good in this match for it being his first match in GLWA and going in there against the heavyweight champion Isaiah Moore. Looked really good. It looked like he could have had the win at multiple different points in this match, really. Yes, H2, cheating motherfucker. So the only thing I gotta say about that, and I'm sure he wasn't supposed to, is there's no way the referee didn't see it. He pretty much was looking right at it when Isaiah gave him the low blow. But still, in the end, Isaiah gets the finishing move, the TKO, gets the 1-2-3, retains the big gold for now in an incredible world title match.
Oh yeah, definitely some good highlights in the match. Nick Diamond doing that frog splash off the top rope. I mean, man, the height he got on that was beautiful. That's like almost Rob Van Dam ish. I love that.
Right.
Every spot was good, but like you just said, when you send somebody to Dick Kick City, um, and win, and the referee
That's one way to
sees
put
it,
it.
it's like, okay, so you did see it, but you're like, oh, it was a piece of dirt in my eye. But
Right.
yeah, great match. You got your champion that people really love. you know,
Love to hate.
um,
They were
and
cheering
Nick Diamond, like
him out, though, so.
I never saw the guy, but really, really good match between two guys. I don't know if they ever fought against one another in other promotions, but Nick Diamond is, like the announcer says, he's a diamond in the rough. And how many times have we heard that in professional wrestling? We heard that with the Four Horsemen. A diamond in the rough, baby.
Right.
And I see a lot of great things coming from Nick Diamond. And I know your homies aren't gonna like this, but I do see a lot of great stuff coming from Isaiah, even if he is a son of a bitch. So I
Five
give this match
Diamond Frogs.
5 stars. I thought it was a great match.
Wow, interesting to know. H2 is pretty sure that was the first time they'd ever touched. You couldn't tell, though, seeing it, because
Yeah,
those two, if that's the case, those two had instant chemistry in the ring.
and for a substitute to another wrestler, it is really hard because in your mindset, and I'm just a wrestling fan. In a mindset, it's got to be hard for the wrestler have to figure out who they have to work with because the other one, everything happened, flight delay, car trouble, whatever way they get there. But they look like they fought each other, and man, for the first time, that is what a match. I mean, I enjoyed it. And yes, he is a rat bastard. Holy shit.
Really, really good rat bastard, but rat bastard
Hey,
nonetheless, yes.
hey, there are some really good rat bastards.
That is true.
One of them is MJF.
But yes, I'll say this: we haven't done the Rumble yet, but I don't usually include Rumbles in that. I would say out of the three matches, this was probably the best match on the show up to this point. So,
Oh
and
yes,
for
definitely.
like we said, for two guys that had never touched each other before, instant chemistry. I wouldn't mind seeing them go at it again. Let's put it that way at some point down the line. Remove this for a second, get it set up for the next part of the show. They had another segment at least after Isaiah retained the title that I'll play because that has to do with, well, Isaiah did go out and tear up a sign that one of the fans had. So
Oop, yep.
that happened. I'm not going to show that, but nice one. I'll chuckling to himself about Dick Kick City. Well, maybe it's something you guys will have to use on air. Oh, all
My gift to you.
right. There you go.
15-minute intermission, and when we come back,
Good news here with Dirt Sheet Dan, and honestly, one of the tougher champions we've had, Dustin Mack. Now, I know I haven't had the nicest things to say about you over these past couple months, but I gotta say, you earned my respect as how you've been defending this title. I gotta ask, how are you feeling since you've been on such a roll?
Feels good. It's hard fought, hard won. Cody was a little bit more of a challenge than I even thought it would be, but we got it done, we got past him, we got the belt, and we're on to better things here.
Dakota did give you a hell of a fight. But I gotta ask, you've been going through competitor after competitor, and I don't know if there's anyone left for you.
Well, you know, Dirt Sheet, for once you got a good question. I gotta get something off my chest real quick. I've been the champion that calls out his challengers. I haven't been like the guys who held this belt in the past that take the easy way out. I've tried to fight for this belt. I've tried to make this belt really mean something in this company. But with all that, I can't feel like I'm top-notch champion. You know what I mean? There's one guy that walks around, goes on TV every week, and calls himself top-notch. Jason, I'm talking to you. Top-notch Jason Notch. I cannot call myself one of the best top-notch champions in this company's history until I face you one-on-one. So Jason, I'll make it short and sweet. Come home. Next month in Coloma, come fight me for this. And let's see who the real top-notch champion is.
You heard it here on Breaking News. Next month, Dustin Mack versus Jason Hotch for the top-notch title. Boy, I can't wait!
So, we are talking about Trey Miguel. Well, here's also another man who is in TNA wrestling these days. Top-notch Jason Hotch, who got his start partially in the indie scenes in GLWA and other companies as well. He's a Ohio/Michigan guy. So, Jason Hotch, somebody that GLWA fans know very well, a former GLWA heavyweight champion. Wait and see what H2 has to add to that. But somebody I know quite well because I've met some of these guys in person, and Jason is one of them, and he's a great guy. But I honestly, and I didn't make it to the show on February 15th, but I'm honestly looking forward to seeing this match when we get a chance to do the review show for Ground Zero. These two guys are tremendous in the ring.
It looks like this is going to be, and I'm not trying to fray JR, it looks like this one could be a Slamanaka.
Yes, I would agree with that. He's just pretty good. Like a good hand, if you will. The match was gas. Yeah, I'm sure it was. Jason Hotch, like I said, good hands is one of the names for him in TNA wrestling as well. So, in his storyline that he's with Mustafa Ali, and I'm just drawing a blank on his tag team partner's name for some dumb reason, but he's a great hand. I like that one. He's a great hand instead of a good hand. I'm hoping, honestly, Jason is one of them. I'm hoping that might get a chance at some point in time to be part of this crossover between TNA and NXT. But yes, John Schuyler. I'm sorry, I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. It just was I was drawing a blank because I've seen a lot of John Schuyler in companies over the years. But yes, John Schuyler and Jason Hotch have been a pretty formidable tag team in TNA wrestling as well. So
did they just have a match with the Hardys?
We'll see what happens. There's a couple. I believe they did have a match against the Hardy Boys recently. So that's something we can brag about. Or they're going to be, whichever. All right.
We've had an intermission. Have y'all died down? Are you still rowdy?
If you could manage to get Jason and John both on a GLWA show, that would be amazing. You just got to get John to come to the show. John Skyler.
Do you still want more? As long as it's not Isaiah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is now time for the ultimate Survivors Rumble! Here are the rules. We will have 2 contestants starting it off. Every 90 seconds, another participant will enter. There will be 35 participants total in this rumble. For elimination, the individual must be thrown over the top rope and both feet must touch the ground to be eliminated. So, are you ready? Introducing in the number 1 spot,
Hey, baby train, it's your boy Rick Flair Price. Think I'm ready, savage, when I hit you with that dark shit.
and the individual that picked spot number 2 is...
Good afternoon, and thanks for calling GLWA. This is Media Talent Relations Gus Shaw. How can I help?
Hello, thank you so much for answering. This is the Berrien County's Correctional Facility. We are calling on behalf of a Mr. Kyle Shaddix. You're the only number listed in his emergency contacts. Well, we were just calling to let you know that Mr. Shaddix was in fact released from custody today, and in lieu of a courtesy call or a ride back to his primary residence, he just said he had some unfinished business in Coloma, Michigan. We figured you guys might know a little bit more about that than us, but we were just calling to let you know he has in fact been released from custody.
Okay, thank you so much for that. We'll be expecting Kyle Shaddix. Thank you, sir.
Of course, have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Save your pity for the...
contestant number 2!
And who bailed this man out? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, it's Dirt Sheet Dan. This is Breakthrough, and here we have our Rumble, and a returning Kyle Shaddix from jail. He is our number 2 entrant, and we see our number 1 entrant there, Theo Storm. Mind you, Theo.
Before I get too much into this, I talked about how 2 guys have been the most hated in GLWA, of course, at one point in time. Kyle Shaddix, I would say probably through the years and even now is probably the most disliked competitor in GLWA. I mean, you and I can talk about this. We watched the Sips of Sin show a few months back. The match he had with Dollar was insane. The hardcore match that they had. We had a different name than hardcore, but some of the things he does in the ring is incredible. I'll give him that much. But Kyle Shaddix is definitely probably the most despised man in GLWA, I would say.
No, it shows. It shows. I mean, when your cellmate is Dominic Mysterio, yes, you are insane.
Well, if we had that, then I guess. This was Kyle had been off shows for a couple months, I believe, at this point in time, and that was what led to that phone call and saying he'd been released. So interesting to see Theo and Kyle be the one and two entrants in this. Yes, he murdered Dollar a few months ago. We'll get into that a little bit more as this memorable match. I'm not going to show a whole lot of highlights from the Rumble match, but I will show a couple little things here and there. Ultimate Survivor match.
It's only number one because he lost to Darren Fly last month.
With some negative stuff, and it's always got to deal with Rush Jones. I'm not worried about Rush Jones. No, I'm done with your negativity, man.
Well, Theo delivering a massive chop to Kyle Shaddix. Welcome back, Kyle. And one does have to question, can Theo go the distance? In fact, can Kyle go the distance? Oh, and Theo, shouts out to John Cena. We know this is his retirement year. Oh, and here comes our third entrant. Who is it going to be? Who do you think it is, champ?
I don't care. It doesn't matter. You know, it really doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter who wins this, because at the end of the day, we already know how it's going to end. With me still champ at WrestleVersary.
And the crowd pops to this one, and here comes Mondo Real.
Looks like he got cut up on the ropes there.
Oh, now Mondo. We haven't seen him here in a while. GLWA looking to make a statement.
Look at this guy's got a little bit of...
Perfect moonsault. Oh, but getting caught by Theo. But able to get out of it. Mondo's on a real roll right now.
There's my boy, Bone Breaker.
Fresh Shuffle lost to Silas Young last month. Did you teach him how to do that, champ?
Teach him what did you just say to me?
How to lose
Anybody ever
to
teach you how to get smacked? Because you're about to find out.
And Nate.
There we go. Get him out of here, Nate.
And the Bone Breaker is on fire right now. Lighting everyone in the ring up. He is our number 6 entrant. We have Yakinako Bang.
Come on, Nate.
How you liking that one, champ?
About as much as I like your face, not at all.
Well, I'm not for everybody, but Tone C has fists for everybody.
You're for nobody.
Now Tone C, again, I said he's like a
Where?
Bone's feet have not touched the ground. No, his feet. The ref's calling out, but his feet have not touched the ground. His feet have not touched the ground.
What's he
Boone is
doing?
still in this.
Is he?
Is that a bucket hat?
Using his hat.
I mean, again,
Wait a minute.
this is strategy.
He's got 2.
Hey, you gotta wonder where he was keeping those.
2 bucket hats on his feet.
And Boone Riley on Kofi Kingston timing.
Technically.
Oh, and Gilly McNeil is straight.
Technically, he's still in the match. His feet did not touch the ground.
You gotta admire the cunning of Boone Riley. Now he's working on Cobain. Now he's giving a punch to Tone C. Boone is making his mark here in this match. Oh. Now Tone and Boone know a little bit about each other. I believe this is number 9.
Oh, man. Oh, you're talking about Mike Idol.
And it looks like
that. Which one is that?
That's Mike.
That's Mike.
That's Mike.
I was right. Is this cops?
Why are the cops?
Is that a body bag?
Last time we seen a body bag, it was a body bag match between Kyle Shaddix and Dollar.
And notice how everybody has stopped in the ring wondering what's going on. There's a body bag.
I can't blame them, to be honest with you. It would throw me off.
Are they arresting Kyle again?
Wait. What's
that? I know that music.
It can't be.
There's something coming out of that body bag.
And I don't know, Kyle looks like he about pooped his pants. No way.
It can't be.
No way.
Is he alive?
We seen this man murdered. Kyle threw him off a bridge.
He's alive.
But you can't kill
He's
Crazy.
alive.
You cannot kill Crazy. Dollar is back. He is
and
alive.
Look at the look in his eye. Kyle just pooped himself.
I said that already, champ. Oh, and he goes right after Kyle.
I heard it's frozen.
I didn't hear that last part. Did he say he threw him off a bridge?
Well, that part's frozen anyways. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay, you guys can hear you. Now you guys, oh, maybe it's starting to unfreeze there. Okay. H2 mentions for anyone wondering about Kyle Dollar a few months ago, they had a body bag match. After Kyle won, he put the bag with Dollar in it in a truck, then threw it over the bridge and got arrested for murder. I was trying to get to that
storyline. That is like Austin throwing the Intercontinental title over the bridge.
Or was at that spot, I should say, when it froze. So I don't know how much of it was seen or wasn't seen by you guys.
There was nothing.
I'm going to back up a little bit and we'll do that again. If it'll let me.
So everybody has stopped in the ring wondering what's going on. There's a body bag.
I can't blame them, to be honest with you. It would throw me off.
Are they arresting Kyle again?
Wait.
Yeah, I see that part still frozen.
Yeah.
Let me exit out of it and try it again. Okay. So you guys can hear me though, right?
Yes, we can hear you.
Why is it now show?
On my end, it says no connection with that third screen.
Okay. So that part maybe we'll get to. It almost looks to me like Eddie's frozen, but it's me that's frozen, I think, on my part. So are we good to try and continue from that part now? We'll see.
What's that?
I know that music.
It can't be.
There's something coming out of that body bag.
And I don't know, Kyle looks like he about pooped his pants. No way.
It can't be.
No way.
Is he alive?
We seen this man murdered. Kyle threw him off a bridge.
He's alive.
But you can't kill
He's
Crazy.
alive.
You cannot kill Crazy. Dollar is back. He is
And
alive.
look at the look in his eye. Kyle just pooped himself.
I said that already, champ. Oh, and he goes right after Kyle.
Oh boy.
And the feud that will never end. These two men hate each other so much. Oh, pop up forearm. Oh no, this is not looking good for Kyle.
See you, Kyle.
Oh, and Kyle Shaddix is out of here. Our number 2 entrant is eliminated at the 16-minute mark. Now Theo Storm working on Cobain. Can he get Cobain out of here?
No, he can't. Nate needs to get his head in the game. I don't know what's going on.
Perhaps he needs some help. Will this be the help he was looking for?
No, looks like Will Riley's got some help.
I was gonna say the other half of Goat and Joke, the Goat. And Theo, #1 entrant, still in this.
Jeez, big job.
Can he go the distance? And everybody has something
Savage
against
over here dancing. Should be trying to win the match.
Oh! And Timothy Savage just having fun right now. Oh!
Tony Jones out of here.
Oh no! Now Savage!
And there goes Sean Sparks.
Oh! No,
he's out of here. Oh boy, business just picked up.
Oh, here comes Rush Jones! And what's interesting, Savage has won this Rumble before from the number 17 position. That's the exact same number he came out here tonight. Can he do it again? Looking to go back-to-back with the same number.
Uh-oh.
And I believe Rush Jones
there goes Dragon
eliminating Dragon Jones. Those two know a little bit about each other.
Uh-oh. This is interesting. This is interesting.
You know, Dirtface, I think you done changed your pick about 3 times. Well, Rush Jones and Jorge trading strikes back and forth.
I don't know if you want to battle Russ in a strike battle.
I don't know, would you want to battle him in a strike battle?
I got good strategy. Whoa!
Oh! That is not something we see often. Jorge taking Rush Jones off his feet. At least
He might not want to turn around. He ain't gonna like it.
Oh, Rush with some power. That belly driver to the real gangster. And Jorge in a bad position.
See you, Jorge.
He is eliminated.
Now we're down to the nitty-gritty. My boys are still in there. I just want you to take note of that since you don't say nothing positive.
Well, now that you mention it, we do have the moments, and we have Theo Storm, Rush Jones, and Timothy Savage, our final 6. Now you have to wonder what the strategy is.
There we go.
What the strategy
Be smart,
is here.
boys.
Savage almost on the side of the moment, but I don't know how smart this would be.
What are we doing here?
I don't know if this is smart by Cobain. Why would he join up?
What are we doing here?
Oh, wait.
Not what we talked about.
Oh, shaking the hands of Storm. Oh! Yeah, there we go. Will the moment finally get their comeuppance?
Come on, guys.
Oh, Russ working on Ethan Blake. Not looking like player 1 right now.
There we go, Nate. Good job.
We have 2 former winners of the Rumble, and Savage and Russ.
Oh no.
Down twisted flip. Not in a good position. There goes Darren. There goes Nate, but they're able to hang on. Wait, who's this in front of us? It's Steve
What is this?
And Twister Flip!
Are you kidding me?
Hey, you reek what
Are you
sow.
kidding me?
You reek.
Oh, no.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
What is happening right now?
I think what's happening is the moment is falling apart. Twist and flip. Ah, I see what you did there.
Now I don't like you anymore. I don't like you anymore.
Hey, champ, look at that, champ.
I will beat your ass.
What? And he's out of here. You said it right, Dirtface. The moment has passed. The moment has been eliminated from this Rumble.
You have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding.
Russ, our last entrant. Theo, our first entrant. And we're about an hour into this. And so far, champ, Theo has lasted longer than you.
I don't care.
Oh, good for a spear. Theo able to leapfrog out the way. Theo knows what this means. Grabbing Russ, knee strike. Oh, now Savage and Storm working on Russ, which is smart. I don't blame them. How else can you get Russ out of here? Russ won the Rumble last year.
He's out of here.
And Savage might just have it. Remember.
Oh my gosh.
His lucky
You
number.
have got to be kidding me.
Why
is Theo still a part of this damn match?
Because Theo has heart. Theo is evolved. Theo wants this championship.
You'll never get it.
He honestly feels like
He'll
he's screwed
never
on
get it.
thanks to you. You ruined this championship match with Russ Jones by cashing in. Number 1 and number 17. And I think number 17 might be Savage's lucky number.
I can't believe that Theo's still in this freaking match.
And Theo, but Savage able to catch him. Now, Jeff, we're down to our final two. Which one of these men would you rather face?
Neither freaking one.
What?
I should have entered the Rumble myself.
Well, you
Sometimes you got to do the job on your own.
Well, you didn't, and you don't have a choice. It's got to be one of these two men. And the question is, can Theo be the second man in GLWA history to go the distance?
Unbelievable.
Oh. We had 33 other men in this Rumble. We're down to our final two. Oh! And Savage, he's looking savage right now. Looking to win his 2 Rumbles. He'd be the only man in GLWA to win 2 Rumbles.
I will smack the shit out of you.
Whoa, champ. Little choice squares there for Savage. Oh, but he didn't win. His feet didn't touch. His feet didn't touch. I hope you didn't put any money on this, Dirtface. Oh! CTE! CTE!
You've got to be kidding me.
And I think...
You've got to be kidding me. No.
He goes the distance! It is confirmed! And the champ throwing sets that down. Out of frustration. Dirtface, what do you make of that?
See, it's like I said that's a winner. That man is a winner. It doesn't matter if you think that he's in the trenches, he'll climb out them trenches. He might have dug the trench himself, but he dug himself right on back out. That is a winner. That is a champion. And I'm telling you right now, that is a God.
Be more right. And we know our main event for WrestleMania, Isaiah Moore versus Theo Storm.
This time, that's my shit. Isaiah's right. It looks good on you. I want you to see that shit.
Oh, dang, he said an S word. That's crazy. I was told I couldn't say all that.
Well, you're not Theo Storm, Dirtface.
I guess I'm not, but I told you he was going to win, and that makes me a psychic.
But what a hell of a breakthrough. What a hell of a rumble. Theo Storm goes the distance. Thanks for joining me, Dirtface.
Hey, anytime. We are the Dirt Business.
Dirt Business. I love to hear it. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Once again, what's
So quite the Ultimate Survivors match, normal match there. You see Theo Storm go from number 1 to winning the match. Only something that's happened twice in GLWA history. As H2 points out, the final 6 was Isaiah's faction, Theo Storm, who entered number 1, Savage, who entered number 17, and Russ, who entered number 35. Theo, Russ, and Savage was a triple threat match at WrestleVersary last year. And therefore, Theo is now going on to main event WrestleVersary yet again.
He's the next Roman Reigns. He's the next Roman Reigns.
That's one way to put it. Wow, I hear an echo when I have that turned up. But I'm not hearing Eddie on here my screen. Isaiah won from number 2 a few years back. That's good to know. All right. I'm going to do something here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to do something. Give me 1 second. This is what I had to do to get. He has definitely had a Daniel Bryan-ish rise. Yeah, I could see that. He has definitely had a Daniel Bryan-ish rise. Yeah, I can see that. It shows you it's offline. What the heck is going on? It shows you it's offline. Eddie, can you do me a favor and go out and come back in? Eddie, can you do me a favor and go out and come back in? I'm seeing you on YouTube, but I wasn't seeing him here. I'm seeing you on YouTube, but I wasn't seeing him. Yes, I could see the Daniel Bryan comparison there. I could see. All right, now maybe I will be able to hear you when I add you to the scene. Now I can hear you. Good. I could hear you over on YouTube on my phone.
I can hear you.
Good. I was gonna say I could hear you when I was playing it on YouTube on my phone, but I couldn't hear you on here on my computer. So I was like, wait a minute. But yeah. Any final thoughts about that battle royal? I was gonna show there was a couple spots I was gonna show, but it was with the way it was being iffy. I just wanted to show the end of it pretty much. One of the major fans of GLWA, his name's Jeff. I was gonna show him where his spot he came in. He took a chop from one of the ladies that was in the match and immediately eliminated himself. I thought that was a hilarious spot in the match. they had, I want to say, 3 ladies that ended up being in there out of the 35 competitors. A fun match, as most Rumble matches are, and nice to see Theo Storm go from distance from number 1 all the way to the end over an hour to win the match. What do you got to say about it? Any thoughts?
What you just said, only part I got that you said, what do you want to say about it? I didn't hear anything else.
Wow. Yeah, I pretty much said it was nice to see Theo get the win going back to WrestleVersary for the main event, and we'll see what happens over all this. Theo has spent the last 2 to 3 years just being fucked over time after time, hoping it's his time. The fans are finally behind him. Interesting thing of that is they always have a section of the fans at GLWA that boo Theo for some reason too.
Well, my overall of the show, I actually liked it. I actually thought the crowd was into it. Your world title match was excellent. Your tag team championship match was awesome. A lot of fast pace, a lot of hands down. The Rumble is where I got because there's some Rumbles I can watch, and then there's some Rumbles like, my God, this takes forever. But overall, I'm gonna give the show an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a great show for my second show reviewing it. I give it an 8 out of 10. They stepped up to the last one I saw. I know that was our holiday special one, but this one really approved that there were some guys I didn't see in the last one, and I'm enjoying it. So yeah, that's my opinion. It was an excellent show. The crowd was into it, and can't wait to do the next one.
Right, same here. There was some guys missing from the show that are big part of GLWA. I mean, the Jason Hatch wasn't there. Jade Michael Quick wasn't there that we've seen in Sips of Sin. H2 made an appearance in the Rumble. Of course, it was kind of mixed in there, but there was some other guys that weren't in there. Fabuzio actually had an appearance in the Rumble match as well. He's a name that's known quite well in GLWA. All in all, yes, I would agree. It was a really good show. And H2 says thank you for that comment.
You're welcome.
This is something that you and I have talked about this off the air, Eddie. You mentioned last night the camera as well. So I untied so many shoes in that Rumble. I believe you did, H2. What were you telling me about the camera view or the picture from Sips of Sin compared to this?
So the camera view, this is just my opinion, and I'm not trying to play the heel. I'm just thinking that there's some spots, and I don't know how many cameras you got set up, but the camera view, and I know what your space is because I can see it. The camera view misses some good spots off of the end of the match. You want to know what as a fan, you want your wrestlers to go back to YouTube or wherever you guys put it to look at their spots. And the camera angle is one of the main components of a show. And to me, there were some spots I didn't see because the camera didn't pick it up or stuff like that. But overall, it has to be like a 2-camera, maybe one next to the entrance and one make like a hard cam, because you're not picking up some of the good spots of your wrestlers. And For a fan like I am, I like to see that. I like to see, oh man, he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. But overall, man, you did an excellent job with your show, and I can't wait to. We'll be talking about Ground Zero, right?
Yeah, plan on doing
Okay, I
Ground
can't
Zero.
wait. I know it already happened, but I can't wait to review Ground Zero because I see bigger horizons on your road to
WrestleVersary.
Mania. Yeah, WrestleVersary. Yeah, so I was going to say WrestleMania, but that's not your name. Sorry.
That's true. He has a hard cam and two on the floor roaming this past show. I threw up one more hard cam. Sips was a different animal with a four-way death match. I thought the camera views or the camera picture looked better. So
Yeah, it did.
best viewers on streamboo.com remove the space. I have no clue what that even is, but okay. Good to know from whoever that is on Twitch. Um, but yeah, definitely enjoyed that. This is something we want to do. No, I thought the quality was better for this than what it was for Sips of Sin, is what I was saying, H2. That's my personal opinion. But this is something, yes, I want to do going forward is try to get a monthly review show. I talked to H2 off air, found out it takes them usually a couple weeks to get production done, but every month I want to try and get the previous month's shows, a review show out there, and try to help GLWA get some more eyeballs on their product, if you will. And it's just something fun and different to put out there. We're not going to do as much stuff WWE wise quite as what we did last year because we did so many review shows for the main 4 shows last year. We're still going to do stuff kind of similar to that for WWE at points, but I want to try and help out some of these other companies as well. She said, oh yeah, I threw out the old hard cam and got 3 identical cameras so quality would match. That was probably a great idea. So we'll be on here. H2, if you want to throw anything out there in the comments section for where we can find you guys, if anybody's watching wants to watch the entire show, I know it's on Patreon, patreon.com/GLWA, I believe, or something like that. The old place, yeah, sometimes I'm smart. I'm sure more often than you give yourself credit for. The old place I was using had the little QR codes that I could post on here. I haven't figured out how to, if you can. Not saying that we're going to stay on where we're using now, EV Mux, but for this show, at least we did. So, but yeah, otherwise, I enjoyed watching the show today. I watched it earlier today again, and it was a lot of fun. Again, as I mentioned, my favorite match on that card was the world title match. So, but yes, also you can go to the YouTube page for GLWA. They do have shows on there as well. They just don't do their special events, premium live events, whatever you want to call them, that we'll be doing the review shows for. So. Here's those. All right.
I'm going to say something before we go, Tony, and I'm going to say, people, if you are in the area of where GLWA does their events, take your ass to the gym or whatever they do it, buy a ticket, and show love to these people. They are going out of their way to show you some good wrestling for the night. And if you don't like it, Tiger Talk Wrestling got 2 words for you, and you know what that means if you're a D-Generation X fan. So, go on and support these guys. These guys, this is my first time ever doing, not first time, but second time doing independent wrestling. It is still wrestling, people. I know it's not the big time, but these motherfuckers are putting out a great product. And if you don't like it, well, that's your opinion. They don't give a shit. You know, but go on and support them. I mean, hell, if they have good hot dogs, then you know that you're doing great.
Well, I ain't sure they got hot dogs, but still, they get good shows. We are going to get cut off because on here you only can go for 2 hours, so that's why I'm trying to wrap things up here real quick. So, and we're at an hour and 57 minutes almost. H2, if you got anything last you want to put out there in the comment section, go ahead and do it. Otherwise, we will be back on air probably from StreamYard is where I'm thinking we're going to go back to this upcoming Saturday. Yeah, that's true. H2 mentions we do also post the special events on YouTube, but they go up a year later instead of like a month later or something, anything like that. So that they're exclusive to Patreon originally. Put it that way. But yeah, Saturday we plan on being on probably about 5 o'clock is what I'm thinking, 5 or 5:30, somewhere in there. We'll keep you guys in the loop to do our Elimination Chamber prediction show. Johnny will be there for that. So it'll be the three of us. We will catch you guys then. With that, we thank you, H2 and GLWA, for giving us the opportunity to do this review show. We will catch you guys in the next one.
Later, ham and eggers.